Okay. Hopefully I'm in frame. I think I am. Let me just check. Okay. I am in frame. And it's a good frame too. So I'm out on my walk. This morning I kind of was down in the morning. It took me a long while to get out of bed. Because yesterday was my last day at the gym that I've been going to for the past couple of months. The gym that literally helped me reflame that passion that I've always had with just being an athlete, pushing myself to the next limit. Like, I feel like that's what was missing in my life for a very long time. And so now that I started going to that gym. I really loved the atmosphere there. It was just an uphill, an incline instantly. And so I've been really consistent with it for the past 3 months because, like, I've been working up to this for a long time. And I always knew that once I get to that point where I actually, get myself to go to the gym, then boom, beast mode. I always had myself prepared for that because I knew that, it's going to be a mental game. I knew it was going to be a mental game from the beginning. Maybe I'll talk about, how I started my weight loss journey. Maybe that's what this video will be about. Okay, let me pause my workout because I was on a walk. But the reason why I came on this walk is because my friend Hilda, I was checking in on her because we had a conversation last week because she wanted let me stop saying so much, because she wanted to see what I've been doing, because she's like, girl, like, I'm noticing like a difference, like you're going in. I'm like, yeah, you already know that. So I was giving her some pointers and like the food that I eat and stuff like that, and she was telling me about like how she's gonna start on Monday. Like, she had a whole thing set up, right? So I haven't heard from her this whole week. So I checked in on her. I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's the diet going? And she was telling me like it's going great. The beginning was kind of, rough. It took some time to get her mind on this new routine. But she said that because I told her when I first started forcing myself to go out for a walk at least. That would be my active something, at least in the meantime, because mentally, like, it was tough for me to even get to the gym. So I had to start small. So she was like, I forced myself to go on a walk, and she's like, that really helped. And she's like, by next week, I feel like I should be ready to transition into the gym. So just by that conversation with her and her telling me that gave me that boost of energy to get out of bed and actually come outside and go for my walk. Because I was a little bummed because, I want to be at the gym, like lifting, like that's my thing now. That's my routine. It makes me feel good. And then I'm thinking about my gains and like, I hope I don't lose my gains. And, it's just the pains of the end of a season. I asked for growth. That's what prompted me to even start this journey, because I just wanted to heal. I wanted to grow, and God's been delivering. And now it's come to a point where before I would celebrate when I was leaving a certain season, because my seasons were kind of full of struggle, right? And so now it's like these seasons are full of so much excitement, and so leaving them is it's bittersweet. I know that more growth is to come. I know that I'm going to learn, new things. I'm going to be challenged in different ways. I'm being stretched for a reason. I have big dreams. I have big goals. I see myself like I have big dreams. And so for me to receive what it is that I am in expectation to receive, there must be a preparation for that. I can't just receive that because I'm going to fumble that. How am I supposed to carry it when I had no preparation before? I've never experienced this. This is brand new for me, So now God is getting me prepared in a way where it's like each season, each lesson, I can bring it all together and then boom, pour into whatever is to come. Because I ask for big things, They say ask, believe, receive, and I ask big. Because why not? Why not? I ask big, I believe big. And yeah, that is just what that is. So this season was fun, challenging but fun. I got to explore or learn some new things about myself. I got to rediscover some things that were already within me that I had lost sight of. I learned a lot of things. Like, this season was mostly about relationship building, relationships, not even just relationship building, but like just relationships in general, all forms of relationships. So I went through a season with my relationship with my family, and then the not even close friends, but like friends that had been around me for a long time, but we had never really connected because I wasn't in a place where I could really connect. But those people that stayed consistent in my life, I was able to build with those people. I was able to decipher which relationships I wanted to move forward with and which relationships I didn't want to move forward with. I was able to learn how to actually like nurture a relationship, how a healthy relationship looks like in all forms, so I'm very thankful for that because it's definitely helping in this current season that we have entered. It's definitely helping. So I'm grateful for the season. I know that it coming to an end does not mean that I'm just like moving on to just worse things. No, we're going to continue to elevate. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to learn. I keep trying to remind myself that, but I have days where it gets hard. Obviously, I have mental fatigue. I'm only one person and there's just so many happening at once. This is definitely like usually usually when I have any type of trials or tribulations, I always go to the book of Job. So I was used to running to the book of Job maybe once every 2-3 years. I've been running to the book of Job for the past 3 months. Every 3 months. It's become every 3 months. Then I'm running to the book of Job. And I was just listening to this podcast with Heather Lindsay and her husband, and they were talking about when life is just like beating you up. When life is just beating you up, and it referenced the book of Job and how it's just like, one of his guards or servants or whatever came up to him and said, this happened to your sheep, everything is gone, and I'm the only one that was left. And then right when he's digesting that, master, this has happened and I'm the only one that was left. Master, this has happened. Like, just things just kept on getting worser and worser and worser and worser. I'm in that season. I'm definitely in that season. So sometimes mentally I get fatigued. I get super fatigued in this season. But it was nice listening to that podcast because they were just reminding me about how, like, yeah, every season like this dark season it's the actual blessing. It's the actual blessing because it is meant to grow you. It's meant to stretch you in a way that's going to grow you. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel like that in the moment, but essentially that is what it is, because I am going to get past this. I am going to get through this. I am going to then recognize, okay, why this season was necessary and how I grew from it, So I have to keep that mindset as I'm going in, because I'm moving on Monday. I probably won't upload this until the actual Monday because with my roommate situation, like, I have to be very like procedural. Is that even the word? I have to be procedural. I have to be very like on the books about how I am going to be transitioning out of this home, because that was a roommate situation like no other. So yeah, I'm heading to Calgary on Monday, and that's gonna prompt the start of a new season, new challenges, new stretches. It's a lot going on, but I'm capable, I'm gonna body it, I'm gonna come out stronger in the end of it. So yeah, this is definitely moving on faith type of a season. Faith is what is fueling this current season. But yeah, aside from that, like how I'm actually feeling, yeah, I'm feeling mostly a hot mess. And then it's funny because I've been posting on my Instagram a lot more lately. I've been, trying to be more transparent, which at the end of the day is helping me more than anything. The more I'm transparent, the more that I open up, the more that I keep growing from that. That's like a part of my healing journey is sharing. But anyways, I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot more people reaching out to me. I'm saying, girl, you're killing it. Oh, da, 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 like all this type, hyping me up. And they're like, wow, how do you do it? I'm like, girl, it's hard. It's hard. Like I'm going through it. And the gym has been my escape, because that's what I have control over. That's the one thing I had control over. Let me just say, had control over. And so I feel like that's why I'm having this moment where emotionally I'm just like depression's trying to creep back in, but I'm not going to let it creep back in. But I'm having those those feelings of just being down. But I think that maybe that's because I was entertaining some of the negative thoughts that were coming through for a minute, because I was just in a moment of despair, and you just start to doubt yourself, like, am I really making the right decision, the right choice? Like, you just want to go back to that confirmative, you just want to go back and conform. And I was in that moment for a little bit, but snapped back out of it, remembered that everything worth having is not easily gotten. So, oh, he ain't playing. He said, stop for a second. There's so many, the neighborhood is so busy right now. Everybody is riding their bike, they're running. Like, I love this area. People are active here, living. This is how it used to be like when I lived in Michigan. Always just outside with my friends, riding bikes. But then, in my old neighborhood in Niagara, I never really saw much of this. Maybe it was the neighborhood I was living at, but I never really saw much of this. I hadn't seen a lot of people outside, but kids out here are outside. And I want to work towards that, because once I do have kids, I want to be able to provide them an environment like this where they can just be kids, where they can just be free, go outside, explore, do Yeah, it's a nice little environment. I'm definitely gonna miss it. Definitely gonna miss it. But yeah, greater is to come. But yeah, I know in the beginning I was saying that I would talk about how I lost weight, but I think I need to actually sit down and put notes together and actually come at it, with points and stuff. I have to really sit down and prepare for it. But yeah, I will record something like that and upload it. I'm aiming for next week, because I really do need to get more consistent with the YouTube, because my emotions, they change. Everything changes on a weekly basis, because I'm just learning new things, I'm just growing, and I know that now that I'm moving into this new season, it's gonna shake some things up. So I know my emotions are gonna be kind of I'm gonna be experiencing some different things. So I want to be able to capture that. I want to be able to see the journey, capture the full journey, the good, bad, and the ugly. Most times you see the good, you see when people are up, but there's fight behind that. I'm seeing that more and more. There's fight behind that. And so I want to share that fight, because one thing I know is I'm gonna receive all that is for me. That's one thing that I know for sure. I know that more than anything now, for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna be more consistent with just uploading videos about just where I'm at mentally, in that moment, where my headspace is at, what's going on, the raw, authentic truth. Right now, I'm moving. The reason why I'm moving, it's in the other video, the video before that. Yeah, it's in the video before that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my walk, go back home. What time is it? 7:23. I'll finish my walk, go home, and then just chill for the rest of the night. Yeah, so talk to you later.